first of all, how was it working with her, and also the impact of Motown changing the arrangements? How did that affect you, and did it affect your friendship with Diana, and are you friends now?
Well, here's the thing. I'll answer all those questions quickly because I am so long-winded. When Diana and I first met, we adored each other. It was incredible. We looked up to her, blah, blah, blah. She had never had people treat her the way that we treated her. That album, Diana, which is her biggest selling record, is all about her. We basically interviewed her the same way you would. It's a documentary. That album is a documentary. It's the same thing as a film or a magazine article. And that's what that record is. It's all about her. And but she didn't quite like the filmmaker's take on her. Now she loves it, but at the time she didn't quite understand what we were doing. So when they took the record from us, I don't know if you've heard the Motown release of our original record, which is out now. You can buy it. You can see it's not hugely different, but ours is better. I mean, you listen to Diana Ross riffing on "I'm Coming Out," she's killing. I mean, the fact is they never let her do that. Motown never let Diana loose. Like, it was like, to me, when I was with her, I was like, here, I have a thoroughbred, let's let her run. And they were like, no, control Diana, blah, blah, blah. We were like, no, let her run. She's riffing all over that stuff. You never heard her do those kinds of riffs. So our record sounds like a true diva dance record. And then we just play forever, and she lets the band play, and we're jamming. And that's the record that was going to come out. And she loved it until this DJ, who was the most popular and influential DJ in America, told her that that it sucked, it was going to ruin her career, and everybody was going to think she was gay, and blah, blah. Like, all of a sudden, everybody's going to think Diana Ross is gay. What had happened was, in those days, all of the hot clubs in New York were the underground clubs. And the most underground clubs were the gay clubs. And the most underground gay clubs were the transvestite clubs. And all that was like the hardcore. And what happened is that those clubs, they didn't have to worry about satisfying the pop crowd. You know, they just play what got people on the dance floor. And the DJs wanted to be original. So one night I went to this club, and it was a transvestite club, and maybe, and I don't remember this part, maybe it was like Diana Ross impersonator night or something, I don't know. But all I know is I was standing in the bathroom at the urinals, and I looked on either side, and there were Diana Ross lookalikes. And that shit was so funny. I was like, this is a sign. I mean, as a songwriter, if ever there were, that was a sign there. And I called Bernard up, and I was laughing. I was crying. I said, man, you would not believe this. But I'm standing at the urinal, and there's like all these Diana Ross impersonators on either side of me. And then, so we started talking about how iconic Diana is in the gay community, and how do we talk about that? Because this album, remember, is about her, right? It's, so we want to talk, and if you're making a documentary about Diana Ross, you got to talk about a lot of things. So we wanted to talk about her iconic status in the gay community, but how do you do that if you're not a filmmaker and you're just doing it with songs? So we wrote this song called "I'm Coming Out." And what was cool about and what was clever about this, so we talked about DHM, and we talk about the whole concept of chic and our double entendre, and everything has to have deep meaning. When R&B bands have what we call coming out songs, well, tonight, whoever sees Chic, you'll see, we have a coming out song. That's what we were saying to Diana. Hey, Diana, we've just written your new coming out song. Right? So that's what I'm Coming Out was. It's a fanfare. It's how the show starts. Ladies and gentlemen, Diana Ross. Pow, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bada, bada. Bada, bada, da, 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 da. But then the secret meaning is that it's also, at that time, it was the gay war cry. It was like, I'm coming out of the closet, I'm coming out. You know, stop trying to pretend I'm not hiding anymore. Loved it. I mean, you can hear her, I mean, like, listen to the original Chic version. She's all over that thing. Until Frankie Crocker says, Diana, you know that's what gay people say. I was like, what do you mean? So she looked me right in the face after she played the song for him, because she was all happy. She left the studio all aflutter, like, oh, my record's so great, it's fantastic. And then when he told her that, she got all paranoid, and she questioned Bernard and I as to whether people were going to think she was gay or not. And I say in the book, it's the truth, it's the only time in my life ever that I have ever lied to an artist. Because I looked Diana Ross square, I looked at her and went, what are you talking about? Now, are people going to think I'm gay? What does that have to do with being gay? Well, you're saying I'm coming out. You have me going, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Diana, it's your coming out song. It's like, you know, it's your fanfare. I'll never forget this. I said to her, I said, you know, when the President of the United States walks out, when he comes in the room, they play Hail to the Chief. They go, ba 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 da 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 da. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States. Da 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 da. I said, but you're the queen of R&B pop. When you come out now, they're gonna go, ladies and gentlemen, Diana Ross. Diana Ross. And she just wasn't quite buying it, and I was like lying and but Diana, I'm telling you, I swear to you, it's like hail to the chief, hail to the queen, you're like that. She was just not hearing it. And but eventually it worked, because I don't know if anybody has seen Diana Ross in the last 20 years. How does she start her show? That is her coming out. That's right.
Yep.
That's her coming out. You try and get Diana Ross to walk out on stage without going, I'm coming out. So when I was writing the book, she and I, we went out to see this show, a Broadway show called Billy Elliot, because she and I are actually best friends now. So we're in the car, and I wanted to interview her for the book, because I wanted to hear in her words why she hated the biggest record of her life. I wanted to hear her tell me. So we're in the car, and I said, I waited till the bodyguard got out of the car. I said, hey Dee, what was it exactly that you didn't like about I'm Coming Out? What do you mean? I love that song. I said, I know you love it now, but what made you hate it then? Because you hated it. No, I've always loved that song, and I realized that I was never going to get that I was never going to get that story, which is why it's not in here. She won't admit to hating it. And I said, Diana, we sued you. We went to court. It's public record. We went to court. We're the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. We have an ironclad contract. It's in the court. No, I love that song. Okay, then I got it. Let's enjoy the show. So, you know, no, we're great friends. If you look at the arc of my life, anything I ask her for, she's there for me. When I started my charity, you know, after the September 11th tragedy, Diana Ross was in Las Vegas, Nevada. You couldn't fly over America. Diana got in a car and drove to New York to be a part of my foundation's event. I mean, so that's how close we are. I mean, but she still will never admit to not it's just like that moment is gone. Like, I love that song. It's my coming out song. You know, so we love each other. We're unbelievably great friends, and but that's the true story.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one who'll probably tell you that. Maybe people in Motown will tell you that, because it was us against the entire company.